Hey Wrangler 4xe fans, just sitting here waiting on my wife and my son to come back from getting some pizza here nearby, and I thought I'd go over a couple of these screens that are in the e-hybrid screen on the Uconnect. By the way, the Uconnect, I have never had any experience with the Uconnect, and wow, it is just amazing, all the stuff you can do in it. All the controls that you can look at your camera. I mean, I'm just amazed. And there's all these apps. I mean, you could spend hours going through all these apps in a video. You can turn on your heated steering wheel, even though you have a button right here. You can still turn that on and off right there. You can do all sorts of stuff right in the Uconnect screen. But I wanted to get specific about this screen, the hybrid electric page in the driving history. If you're like me, I'm excited about the Wrangler 4xe. I'm kind of at both ends of the spectrum. One, it's a cleaner way to do things, and I'm not exactly the best tree hugger in the world, but I try. I try to do things that are different. And I know there's all sorts of noise on social media that the long tailpipe theory and a lot of myths that go around about electrification versus gas, and we're not going to go into that in this video. But if you're like me and you want to clean up what you do, you want this Jeep, but you want to do it in as clean a way as possible, this screen is a great way to go back and look at how you're doing. The green part is when you've run on electric, and the yellow part is when you've used the gas engine in a hybrid mode. Now, mine's really yellow this week because the first few days I had it, I was just electric all the time. And I wanted to get this engine broke in, and because I wanted to do some things like a 0 to 60 test, and I wanted to get that gas engine running. So like yesterday, I did a 130-mile experiment, and it's all gas and just a wee little tiny bit of electric there. But you can see today, I've run on almost all electric, and you can go back and look at that and kind of grade yourself. There's also this other button that I'll do real quickly in this video, is your charging schedule. If you live in a state or an area where you either have really cheap electricity, or in some parts of the country free electricity between certain hours in the night, you can set your schedule. You can enable this, and you can tell it when you want it to schedule. Now mine has, I'm set, since that's turned off, mine says when plugged in, so it will charge anytime it's plugged in. But you could set this up to where you will schedule it on weekdays and weekends, whenever you want it to charge and be in your off-peak times. And it also shows you here about how long it thinks it'll take to charge it. I'm pretty run down today. I've been doing a lot of driving. I don't know how many miles I've got in today. If I can find it, while you're getting your way through all these screens, it's going to take me a while to. There, I've done 34.9 miles in electric mode today by recharging partway through the day. So it'll tell you there, 17 hours on level 1. I don't think that's completely accurate, but 2 hours and 28 minutes if you go to a good level 2. Mine takes about 4 hours because I have a small EVSE that's not really big enough for the 4xe. But so there you go. There's some of the options. I think I've done one talking about the e-save option. If you put this vehicle in e-save, you have a couple options. You can save the battery, which doesn't charge it. I think it does a little bit, but not much. Or you can do battery charge, where it really does charge the vehicle. And I don't know if you heard it, but it actually started when I hit that battery charge button. But it will over time, it will charge more. Now, why would that be a bad thing? If you're in the hybrid screen and you go to the power flow, we can't see this right now, but when you're driving, you can see what everything's doing. You can see, like right now, the battery is being used to maintain the climate, and you can see right here the little climate. If I go here and hit off on this, you will see that little part disappear on the screen. And if I put it back in auto, you'll see it here in a second come back on. And that's basically, you're going to have to use energy to run your air conditioning. So that comes from somewhere. There's no free lunch. So just wanted to share some of those things. I'll get more into this screen in another video at another time. Talk to you later.